That's toxic.
Why? He literally just outlined how he will engage with you.
No.
And set expectations.
No.
How is that? I want to understand.
But that is them not seeing your value.
Okay, no, wait.
Yeah?
I explain. What do you mean not seeing your value?
Because why don't you want to? Because clearly they didn't want to make it a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's okay. No one is saying that's not okay. That's okay. But the problem is, if you want to have fun and go. You can't want everything else minus you making the commitment. That makes sense.
Makes sense.
You can't want me to be there when you can't make me an emotional dumpster.
You clicked the right video. Yes, you did, you toxic person right here on the Simon Says podcast right here, where we have conversations that make you smile and think at the same time. And guess where we do this? We do this right here at Pro Studios. Yes, these guys are right here at Upper Hill Gardens and they got your back. You ever gone to a studio and then you wonder, how am I gonna pose? How am I gonna move around? Well, these guys, they got you like that. They're gonna make sure that you get a picture perfect moment captured perfectly because they're the pros. Where you can find them right here. You see it right there. Call that number on your screen. Get that perfect moment captured on Pro Studios. Now, some people decided to come on down and view this set. These are two interesting ladies. Could you call them toxic ladies? You don't know? Let's find out. We got Sharon and Hilda. How are you guys doing?
You're good.
Hey, you good?
You're fine.
You're fine.
Yeah,
Why
I
are
think
you fine?
I'm here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I'm looking fine.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
And you, why are you good? Because you said you're good. Why are you good?
Because I'm pretty, beautiful, radiating confidence, and ready to have a talk.
And humility is not even something that bothers you. As you can clearly see, these ladies are vibrant. Something I want to ask you real quickly is, when it comes, because we were discussing, the reason I got you here is we're discussing toxicity. And based on your perspective, toxicity has been given different definitions every now and then, right? Now, some people, what do you think is toxic to you? And you don't even have to share what do you think is toxic?
Any situation where I don't feel safe and I feel judged and it's abusive in some sort of way, whether it's psychological, physical, yeah. You
feel judged, but then isn't the world a whole atmosphere full of judgment?
Yeah, but now when it comes to my close circle or my person or my family, it doesn't have to be like that. It's supposed to be a safe space. Okay, the world can be judgy.
Yes.
But now the world I'm going to choose. It's supposed to be to feel safe.
So you can live in your own little cocoon. Is that smart, really?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, but wait. When you say that you don't feel judged and you're safe, are you saying that the outside world should then cater to you?
No, but I am choosing the people who are right for me. Because yes, I can interact with you or the world in general, but who am I letting close to me? Someone who makes me feel safe.
Makes sense. But then, what is toxic to you with yourself?
Toxicity to me is anything that interrupts my good energy. Anything that just comes in and makes me feel not good, as Sharon has said, not safe, not judged. That's just toxic.
First of all, let's address this good energy talk.
Yeah.
Because your ladies always talk about, don't mess with my energy, by the way. You're always about that.
Yeah.
How do you know someone is full of good energy?
Instincts.
The inside stink.
Yeah, no, the instincts. Instincts. You can feel it. There's just something that tells you, I don't like. I'm not feeling this person. No.
Okay, could it be just the vibe? You're saying that just the vibe, is the vibe, so to speak?
Yeah.
Okay, let's break down vibes. Okay, cool. Then, how can you tell that a girl who's just walking into the room, she's a bad vibe? How do you know? I can't even laugh.
Does it have to be a girl?
Why did you say? Let's start with a girl first of all, because that's what your antennas doesn't even come into. I want to know first of all, how do you know that this other lady is walking into a room is a good vibe?
Number one, I don't know how they say this. With the first words you say, actually, you just can't come in a room and start.
there's some people who can walk into a room and you can feel their energy is off and they don't even say a word. You've gotten that.
Instincts.
That's where instincts come in.
And then how do you react to that when now you feel like someone's energy? Do you run away from it or you adjust to it? Now that's the question I want to ask you. When you feel like, for example, let me start with you. When you feel like, here, bad energy has come my way. Right? It's destabilizing me. It's toxic to me. How do you adjust to it? Do you adjust to it or you run away from it?
It depends. There's sometimes they're just those days you don't want confrontation or what, just run. There's just response flight. But now there are times where now maybe it's a business situation or we have to work together. Now I'm just going to adjust and be like, okay, now I'm just going to handle this person and just make sure their energy is going to affect me. Unless kuna those days where like now we are going to confront each other.
Oh, it's gonna happen today.
Yes.
Oh, you gonna know who I am.
Yes, it's going down. Yeah, those days where I'm like, you're not messing with me. No.
I get you. Okay, I'm not messing with you. Then now, that would make you toxic at that moment in time, wouldn't it be? Because you're the energy now, you're giving back the same energy.
Yeah, you can't be 100% healed and healthy. There are days.
Pause, wait. You said healed and healthy. Do you have to be healed not to be toxic? Do you have to be healed not to be toxic?
No, I feel like it's a choice. Because if I don't have to, then I won't. Like if I don't have to adjust to your energy, best believe I'll walk away. If it affects me, call me toxic.
Oh, wait, you sound very confrontational. You bite back.
Not really. The word is if I don't really have to. I won't.
What is instances where you have had to now fight back? Give me an instance. Give me an example, Hilda. Give me one.
Top of my head.
Yes. Go ahead. Yes, top of your head. Go ahead.
Sorry.
It's okay.
There's this babe who didn't like me at all. Like she didn't even hide the fact that she doesn't like me, and that's okay.
And I wonder why.
You have your own preference, you have your own choice, and that's okay.
So,
and I could care less. But when there's a time we were just in a social setting, then she started saying about how I did something that I didn't do, and I was like, bro.
What did you do? You let her have it?
No, if you don't like me, that's okay. But once it starts affecting my quality of life, we have to have a talk.
So she actually went behind your back to ruin your reputation.
Yeah.
And that's something that happens a lot.
Yeah.
Amongst ladies. That's interesting.
Actually.
A lot, even guys, it can happen. Even you said
you want to piganisha ladies.
Okay, fine. No, because what you've said, I've heard a lot of ladies say. I did not like you just because I didn't like you. Because I did not like your energy. And the lady has not even said a word.
But sometimes you may not like someone because sometimes your friends sikia kwanza nilipatana na wewe. I was like, I didn't like you. I love sometimes it just grows. Alafu you start getting along. I thought you were a bitch, but now
I can see.
Yeah, I like you.
Now here's the thing. What are you doing to work on yourself in the sense that you see when you're talking about that prejudice that we have sometimes, we can have that prejudice to people because we're judging them through our own perspectives. Have you checked yourself ever in those scenarios?
Yes. But then there's this one influencer. I don't like her.
Why? I'm say why.
Here's the thing, because maybe she's everything I want to be.
Okay.
Yeah. I had to, look and be like, why don't I like this person? Because I don't even know her. You see, I think there are those instances where you have to be grown enough and, identify that it's actually me. I am the one who is biased. I'm the one who has the negative energy. I am the one who has because now I had to realize I don't like her, but it's me, not her.
So it's your fault, and you had that harsh reality with yourself.
Yeah. I had to sit with myself and be like, Sharon, it's you.
Okay.
Have you had that reality check, Hilda, my dear?
Yeah, because I feel like when you don't like someone instinctively, it's just because they're projecting something that you most probably want to have, or it's a character trait that you have. Like, it's usually more or less your own quote unquote trauma reflecting. So you just sit down and discover what that is.
What instance have you been that person? Like you're the one. You see what she mentioned about the influencer. What about you? Look at you.
I think of one. This
person. There is person.
Like just cause I felt like they were getting opportunities that I kind of qualified for, and I was not getting it. Nah, they were just nakahasira fulani. You know, so it's not their fault. It's just me projecting the fact that I'm not where I'm supposed to be, and they're actually there. You get so these things. Just call yourself. Ask yourself why and evaluate. Yeah,
I get you. That's actually good, big of it, because even when you speak like that, because now you're able to check yourself and check even your behavior and everything, because that happens a lot. Yeah. Now, toxicity does not happen even between ladies. It also happens even with us guys. You know, we can also be very toxic in our ways. When it comes to men, I want to understand, based on your engagements, what's the biggest difference between a toxic guy and a toxic woman? And I want to hear it from you first.
Difference between a toxic
guy? Based on your interaction, not necessarily a given definition. You've seen like, hey, when a guy approaches me when he's toxic, there's this kind of energy, or there's this kind of actions that happen. And then now when a lady is toxic, there's these actions that happen. So when a guy is toxic, technically, what kind of behaviors do we have? Let's start there.
When a guy is toxic, first of all, he'll make me feel bad about myself.
Explain.
I think that's the first move.
Like what happened? Is it your personality? Is it your body? Is it what?
Yeah, all around.
What has the guy done? What has the guy done? Explain. What is men doing out here?
I feel like I don't know. Depending on how guys like talk or move, you'll feel like maybe I don't think that I deserve. You see, it will be talks of maybe underestimating me or another person. You see, yeah. Like so even when I've had stories about maybe a toxic, now me, a person that I define as toxic, it will be like, oh, he told me I'm not even good enough. He told me that, oh, maybe the other chick was pretty. Maybe it would be, you know,
something to undermine you.
Exactly. Because I feel if he's going to be toxic, he has to make me feel bad about myself so that he can win.
So you get one above you, just get one up you on something.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's interesting. And when you mentioned now, what about your perspective? I want to hear your perspective. When guys are toxic, generally we do.
They're just very irritating. Too much.
They're very irritating.
I don't know. Toxic men are just irritating to me. Because
in which way?
You, like Sharon said, you just can't come and play on my esteem. You just can't come and make me please walk.
Like what does the guy say to you? Be specific. What does the guy say? What have they said?
Toxic thing. A recent story.
What is this?
This man, I hope you, I really don't care. This man texted me, yeah? He's like, I just want to have fun with you.
Oh.
Wait, how is that? Okay.
Let me finish.
Okay.
I just want to have fun with you, but I want us to text. I want us to have late night calls. 0 returns.
Meaning? 0 returns on your end or whose?
You can't have fun and want to be in my energy like that.
Wait, now you define that as toxic.
That's toxic.
Why? He literally just outlined how he will engage with you.
No.
And set expectations.
No.
How is that? I want to understand.
But that is them not seeing your value.
Okay, no, wait. Yeah? Explain. What do you mean not seeing your value?
Because why don't you want to... Because clearly they didn't want to make it a thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's okay. No one is saying that's not okay. That's okay. But the problem is, if you want to have fun and go. You can't want everything else minus you making the commitment. That makes sense.
Makes sense.
you can't want me to be there when you can't make me an emotional dumpster.
You don't want to be an emotional dumpster to anybody.
Nah.
Well, here, I want to hear your thought on this.
Okay.
When it comes to even that guy, because even a guy being definitive is laying his boundaries and saying, "Oh, this is what you should expect from me." I think that's the utmost level of respect a guy can actually give, rather than those guys who actually lead you on and they give you false premises of something that you actually want, and yet he has no intentions of that actualizing. And here's what I mean by this. When you say maybe it was toxic to you, could it be that indeed you wanted this and yet he was not willing to give you? And since he laid that boundary, you define that boundary as toxic?
No.
Explain why. Why no?
Yes.
Explain, I know.
Let me tell you, from my end, I also didn't want a commitment.
Mm-hmm.
Him defining whatever he is, that's cool. It's better than you wasting my time on lies.
Yeah.
But you cannot, if I'm having fun with you, I need to also open up my doors and meet
other people.
But how am I meeting other people if you want my energy 99% of the time? You get where the toxicity is coming in.
Okay.
Go ahead. Say it. I can see it. Say it.
Mm-hmm.
But don't you, I don't know, sometimes there are these situations where maybe don't commit, but you want like the boyfriend treatment. Or
I don't want it.
Okay.
You sure?
That is what he was offering. The boyfriend treatment.
But without the title and without the commitment.
Yeah.
And maybe he wants you to be faithful.
Exactly. Who has the time and the energy? Not me.
Well, okay, that's very interesting. Even you say you could understand that aspect of like how sometimes a guy can now. Have you ever had instances where guys give you false premonitions, false? Of hopes of something. Then. And then how? When was it that moment that you realized, Allah?
I think when a guy approaches you, like more times than not, they want to sell you false promises. I think that's a move. Is it?
Continue. I'll give you. I'll continue. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna continue.
Yeah.
But is that bad?
It's bad.
Why should a guy not put out his hopes and aspirations to you?
No, those are not hopes.
Or in a sense that with you, he wants to bring you into the. For example, if he says, okay, give me one of the lies. Give me one of the lies.
Like the most absurd one.
Like
because
one.
It's a big lie, and it's somebody's a threat. Like, I'm going to marry you. Like, that's.
As a threat. I'm going to marry you as a threat.
Yeah, because like, okay. We just met. You see, like, some lies are just absurd. You actually see it because you're like, what's the thought process?
Wait, I get you. Are you threatened by I'm going to marry you? You're not threatened by it.
Well, why do you want to marry me? That's the question.
Oh, then the question would be, why do you not think that you're someone worth marrying?
No, that's not the question.
What's the question?
Out of context. Why? I think I'd make a good wife.
We shall discuss.
Excuse me.
We shall discuss that here. It's under discussion.
I'd make a good wife, but good wife is also relative. I can be a good wife to Peter, but not to Simon.
And why is that? Why does Peter get the better treatment?
No, because Peter wants the values that Hilda has, but you want something else. Yeah?
So, okay, here's the thing. Because even at times because we're talking about toxicity, and now you're pointing out how you can now behave differently for one individual, and then now another individual will get a different access to you, be it emotionally or even physically. Is that what you're trying to say?
No.
Or?
You can be a good person, but you cannot be a good person to everyone. Things are just relative. It doesn't mean I'm behaving differently with one person and the other person. It's just energy matches and how compatibility is very, very different from one person to the other.
Do you also realize that being compatible can also change based on the phase of life that you're in?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so the person that you're not compatible with right now could be compatible with maybe in 2 years' time. Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
Have you seen that happen in your life?
No. No.
You never seen that happen in your life.
But I think sometimes you're in institutions and you're like, if this were to happen maybe early in life, maybe it would have been perfect. But again, wrong timing means wrong person.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm about to come back to you guys with the question of like, even how are ladies even toxic to men? But before even I remind you guys, I want to remind you guys that indeed we're shooting right here at Pro Studios, then Upper Hill Gardens. Yes, these guys are the pros. They got your back whenever you're setting up and you actually need a perfect picture. You actually need that. They got you. You don't know how to pose? They got you. You don't know how even how to get that picture on time? You know those photographers who make you delay? These guys don't make you delay. Give them a call right now. They got your back. Upper Hill Gardens. Come on down and actually get your picture perfect taken and capture that moment. They got you. Visit them right now. Come on. But now, wait. You girls can also be very toxic to us guys. It's true. Look at you guys anyway. You just scream yourself. You just see the truth. Wait, no, let's be honest now.
Okay.
It's okay. You have been toxic to some guys, haven't you?
Depends.
Hey, I think
Depends on the angle you're seeing it from. I don't know.
Meaning?
I was told after a post-relationship evaluation.
Hey, post-game analysis, I guess.
My ex said that one of the ways I was toxic is I never said I love you enough. And I'm like, breathe. Let me explain. Never said I love you enough. But you see, on my end, I need to feel like safe before I start blattering out I love yous every second. You get? This nigga was not even faithful. Why is he even asking for I love yous every second? How does that make me, if I'm not safe enough to say, how is it toxic? Now to him, it's being toxic. To me, it's guarding my feelings. That's what I'm saying. It depends on what lens you're looking at it from.
And he wasn't loyal.
Yeah.
He was trying to make you feel bad. He was the one who was being toxic.
So wait a second. That's you see, guys, man, you see how it works. All of a sudden you're backing up toxic behavior.
Because the moment you break up with a person, they're going to make you feel bad about yourself.
Now here's the thing. Let me also put you in check in this way.
Okay.
That man was asking whether you actually even had his back. When a man is asking for you to tell him that he loves you, then now his course of action would be like, how do I express love to this person that they feel calm and at ease? Because his words, it could have been words of affirmation that he needs it.
Yeah, and
so that's now for you to actually.
So I want to say, if Hilda was telling him that I love you, he wouldn't have cheated.
Not even that. I'm telling her how she was being toxic and she needs to take accountability for that. Don't defend it.
Embrace the toxicity.
Embrace the toxicity.
No.
Sasa hapa you're getting like whitewashed here. She's like, no,
she wasn't feeling safe.
So no. You're not feeling safe and you're the one who chose to stay in that relationship.
Excuse.
You're not feeling safe and you chose to stay. She chose to stay in that relationship, by the way. Did you choose to stay?
And did I really? Immediately I found out that he was
stepping out.
A community boyfriend.
Uh-huh.
I just left. That's simple and nice.
That was the only reason that you could. That's the only way that you can say you've been toxic to men out here.
That's the only time someone said, because to me, when I'm in a relationship. I usually like to ask, am I serving you okay? Am I loving you right? What am I doing wrong? You know? Because at times you may feel like you're loving someone correctly, but you're actually not meeting them you're not loving them the way they need to be loved. You get? That's why talks like this are very important. So if I ask and you don't say, you'll call me toxic, but I don't know what I'm supposed to change. You get? If you tell me, I'll take accountability. And I will work on it. Best believe.
Interesting.
Yeah, good girl.
I want to hear your side of the story. When have you been toxic to a man?
I don't think. Maybe my toxic trait is that I don't think I'm toxic.
Now, here's the thing. You are the same person. Just a few minutes ago, you can rewind and said that indeed you're able to now hold yourself accountable to some actions. You're able to know, like when you were toxic, even now reflect on some things, even when you said about the influencer person. Now, the thing is, even beyond even the realms of even a relationship, a guy, a random man or anything.
Okay. Not that I can think of. A random man.
Friendships, they are there. You engage with men in every ways. Not only even relationship side of things. Is there in any case scenario where someone has said, you did this hurt me?
Okay.
Are you serious? No, Sharon,
No, I hold myself accountable when I'm wrong. No, not that I can think of. Cause no.
Cause no.
I'm like, no.
But you do. Okay, then here's a question I would ask you. When it comes to even toxicity, do you think toxic behavior is always bad or it's necessary?
I think that there are some level that I might think something is toxic, but it may work for you.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like there are times that you look at maybe a relationship dynamic and you're like, no, could never be me. It could never be me.
Yeah.
But then for them, they are very happy in that situation.
What have you seen? You have friends. What are the stories that you have seen that your girlfriends are even toxic? What have you seen? Have you stories? Because you're claiming like you're not being toxic. What are cases that where you know who you was toxic to the guy clearly?
Let me see. Maybe I have a recent story. Let me think. Do you have one?
The reason was because even as you think about it for a second, I just want to ask you, because even you mentioned that you sometimes don't know that you're toxic. Are you comfortable with your toxicity?
What?
In the sense that you know you're a toxic person, right? Do you know that? Do you know that?
We all are.
Don't say we. Don't say we, because when you generalize it, you're trying to make it feel like it's everybody else is involved. Let's be specific. You are a toxic person, right?
Yeah, to some extent. Yes.
Okay, why do you say to some extent?
To some extent, because I feel like you can't call it toxic if I'm willing to work on it.
Why are you not embracing the toxic behavior? In the sense that why are you only viewing it as bad? Why are you not embracing that dark side and actually saying, I'm toxic, this is my behavior, this is the way it's going to be, this is my boundary, and this is how you deal with me? Why do you feel the need to conform? That's what I'm asking.
Nah, one thing with me, I really don't like the statement of, that's just how I am. This is just how I behave. This is just how I react. Nah.
Explain.
Because if it affects someone else's quality of life, then it should not be a matter of, this is just how I am. You get? Like, if it's just you and you, then okay, but once, example, you see this people who are reactive.
Yes.
Something happens and it's I'm
triggered. I get it. Yeah, exactly.
But we can't just be working on eggshells around you the entire time just cause that's how you are. You get? Collect yourself. Fine, I'm reactive. Breathe. If you need to go and scream outside, fine, you go scream. Just don't shout at us and make us feel uncomfortable. You can't just breathe and exist just cause that's how you are. You understand me?
Because you seem like a calm personality. You might have a lot of toxic friends who maybe say that. How? Of course, your friends come and tell you stories, right? How do you ever hold your friends accountable to their own toxic behavior?
Yeah.
How?
Not always, but yeah.
Why? No, ladies. I want to know. Do ladies hold each other accountable to their toxic? That's what I want to know from your side of things, because I know you get a lot of stories. Go ahead.
Yeah, I do.
Like for example.
Like sometimes, I don't know. I think this friend of mine was maybe having issues with the boyfriend. Alafu now she comes and tells me that I'm like, you're the one who yeah, like hata unaona uko na makosa, it's not him. I think it was an issue of maybe them not talking as much. Alafu I'm like, what has changed? And she's like, no, she's busy, he's doing this, what. And I'm like, acha kumpressure because clearly I think he's busy.
So there's that's important.
Yeah. Now, yeah.
Do ladies take correction properly though?
I think because we are friends, maybe we laugh about it.
But
yeah, maybe it won't make an impact, but we'll talk about it. We laugh about. Yeah, they do.
Do you?
Yeah.
When was the last time?
Not always. It depends. Delivery matters.
Delivery
matters. Alafu pia it depends if I know you're my friend, but pia I feel like you can tell me something maybe about podcasting, about something, and I'll respect your opinion. But now, if I don't respect you in the capacity of dating, alafu you're telling me.
Who are you? What are you?
No.
Guys, that's what you guys check.
Alafu I do feel like with friends, like I cannot like always listen to you, because I feel like even my friends, different faces. Like let's say one of my friend is maybe in love, madly in love. Alafu I'm like, so this is happening in my relationship. What do you think I should do? She's going to advise me very positively. But if things are going downward and maybe ako streets, ni kubaya, and I'm like, so this is happening, ataniambia mwache. Like you see, I think that people advise you depending on the phases they are in life, who they are, and I'm a different person. Because so
that's
I think
key. People advise you based on the phase of life that they're actually in.
Yeah. So I actually, yes, I'll listen, but I'll be like, but is that me? Does that apply to me? What do I really feel? But yes, I will take account. Plus, I think we are trends, because there's no way that I'll see you. You're my friend, but I see you maybe messing up your relationship, and I'm here asking you for no.
I get you. I mean, that makes sense. Well, even what you said even makes sense. Even as we wrap up, I want to wrap up on this. I want to ask you guys a very interesting question when it comes even to toxicity, even between relationships, even between even men and women. Generally, do you think other people may have seen you as toxic, and how do you behave when you're around them? Because you know very well these people view you as a toxic individual. Go ahead, even as you wrap up. How do you now respond to other people who view you as toxic? Because there are people who view you as toxic, right? Right?
Yeah.
There are. So now the question is this. When you feel that energy, how do you respond to other people who view you as toxic? Go.
Well, number one, does it affect you? Like, how is it affecting you? You know, you can't call me toxic if there are things that I'm not willing to change.
Hey, Abu, explain what are these things that you're not willing to change?
No. Like, it's toxic to you. Is it toxic to me? You get? Is it affecting your quality of life? No. Then adios. But if it's an actual issue, we'll talk about it and I'll work on it. Unless you tell me. The keyword is tell me.
Because if you don't, hiyo ni shidako.
Yes, sasa ni wewe.
Go deal with your toxic huko. How do you deal with other people who view you as toxic?
I think different people are just going to bring out different, behaviors in me. Like the way we started, if you're going to come at me with the bad energy, I'm just giving you the bad energy. So I feel like you behave with people depending on, come for example in dating, there's someone who's going to maybe my past exes are going to say, "Oh, Sharon did this." Now another person will be like, "I does she?" You see, because different people bring out different versions of you, sides of you. So I'm like, maybe it's you.
So now, as
but I don't know. I am committed to being a good person.
Why?
But I do.
Why?
No, but I do. But I do identify, like, I cannot be a saint. I also have bad parts. I have those dark parts, and I embrace them.
I would say don't seek to be a good person. Just seek to be good. Just seek to do good. Because being a good person is relative to one another. Just seek to do good. Because not being a good person means that you may bend over backwards for someone who's just not willing to actually receive that good that you're offering. Just seek to do good.
But not like good on my own terms.
Hey, umesikia hiyo? That's the definition of toxicity. You know what? Literally, I'm gonna be good at my own terms. Is that the main thing? Is that what you're trying to say?
Kind of.
Give or take.
Give or take. But hey, guys, the main thing is when it comes to even being good, even at your own terms, about one thing when it comes to that is that it can be very dangerous in the sense that you're gonna be bad in other scenarios for your own convenience, which then people can actually take that as toxic. I say just embrace the toxicity.
It's good. I love. Here's the thing: there are times that maybe you're going to be bad to me.
Yeah.
And then I'll try to replicate the bad, the bad energy to you. I love. Then it will leave me feeling bad because that wasn't me. You see, because this is like so unlike me.
I get
so I'm like, if I want to be good but not on my own terms, then no.
Like what she was saying, reactionary people. So you want to be those reactionary people that she was mentioning about in the past?
No, what I'm saying is I will not do things because that's how you're doing things. Like if at the moment I feel like being good, I'll be good. But at the moment,
Okay. Good girls can sometimes be bad, and that's literally how it can actually be taken. Where. But anyway, you guys, one thing I would just remind you, comment underneath even let me know even what you thought about even this conversation. And one thing I want to remind you that indeed we are shooting here at Pro Studios, where indeed we make great content, and indeed you can also come here to capture perfect moments. The photographer behind it you cannot see, they got your back. They actually can help you out pose. Strike that picture, and indeed you capture that picture, that perfect profile picture, to make that ex jealous and be toxic to them. You can actually even do that, and make sure you even follow these ladies. Sharon, follow her on Instagram. You saw her handle, I listed right there, and make sure you follow Hilda on her handle. I'm Simon Says. This is Simon Says podcast, where we have conversations that make you smile and think at the same time, and I'll see you in the next one.